Art Hogan joins us now to look ahead to the two biggest issues facing the market right now. That would be tomorrow's Fed meeting and next week's G20 Summit. Art, of course, is the chief market strategist at National Securities. Welcome back, Mr. Hogan.
Thanks so much for having me.
Boy, the guesses are all over the board for the Fed meeting tomorrow and the decision and Jerome Powell's news conference. You want to add your guess to all of that?
Yeah, Bill, it is amazing. I don't think I've ever seen such a spread in terms of interpretation of where the Fed stands right now. There are some of my counterparts that think we're going to raise 3 times this year and some that think we're going to raise none. I think we get one
rate.
rate.
Cut.
Well,
We're so attuned to saying raised, I know, right?
Right. So, and I think we cut one time. I don't think it happens anytime soon. I don't think there's enough evidence in the economic data stream for Jay Powell to go ahead and throw some more monetary policy at the economy. I think what is happening here is, and I think you hit it on the head, we've got 2 things we're concerned about: trade with China and monetary policy, and they're intertwined. And the tricky part is, the better trade gets, the less likely you'll see monetary policy kicking in, and monetary policy, in effect, has to come into play because trade policy is not doing well right now. So there's they're kind of locked at the hip.
So next week they meet at the G20 Summit and presumably jumpstart the talks once again. Does Wall Street care about the details of a trade deal, or do they just want to see a handshake?
They want to see a handshake. They want to see movement forward. It's been 45 days since we stopped talking to China. May 3rd, we went in reverse. Trump tweeted out that he's escalated on from 10 to 25% on the tariffs that were out there already, and that was a step backwards. And going into that weekend, that was a time frame where we thought we were on the threshold of getting a deal done. So that was a major disappointment. The market obviously reacted to that. We've been on this holding pattern for 45 days with the hope G20 was the pivot point. Now we know there will be a meeting, and that's the most important thing. We're moving forward. I think both sides of this equation want to get something accomplished. Obviously, there's sensitivities around the detail, but I don't think either side wants to be in a mutually destructive, long-term, drawn-out trade war that hurts both economies and certainly hurts the global economy.
Indeed. Well, it's going to be very interesting over the next week or so. Art, good to see you again. Thanks.
Nice to see you.
Art Hogan with National Securities.